And Jim, are you exhausted now after these 3 games watching the outcome of what happened over the last 2 out of the 3 with the Rockies?
Well, you score 6 on Friday night, you don't win. You score 7 today, you don't win. You score 9, you do win. So maybe that's the magic number. Yeah, it's just a tough place to pitch. The ball flies. Singles are doubles here because even if you're not a fast runner, and they play this game so well. I mean, just imagine if you're the Rockies, you looked at this as a way to get closer to 500, and they do. They pick up, 2 games or whatever. But how about Trevor Story? Yesterday, defense, a couple of home runs on Friday. He strikes out 5 times, and they still win. And how'd they do that? The bullpen, Klein looked really good. Arenado, one of the great players in the National League, leads it off the 9th, and all of a sudden you go to the bullpen. Paul Fry, the last thing he wanted to do was walk Daniel Murphy, but he did. And then, it's funny, I was talking to Dave Magadan, and you were mentioning, how Michael Gibbons is really struggling. Walked in the winning run on Thursday, had a 5-run inning when the Orioles didn't play particularly well earlier in the 4-game series with the Yankees. He said, I think his velocity's down. Well, the velocity wasn't down today, but the command has been way down, and he said he actually thought his arm angle and his slider were much flatter. So we saw a little bit of that today. Michael's no different than any of us used to be, whether you're Rick Dempsey and you're trying to work on your hitting, you got to make some adjustments. If I went through a bad stop, you got to work on your windup. It's hard to do when you're the main guy in the bullpen. So again, I think that's what happened today. We saw, for the second straight game, Armstrong struggled, but then Klein gets him out of trouble in the 8th inning. And then, if he gets Arenado out, which is not easy, he might have gotten his first save ever. So again, bullpen lets him down, but they did battle. They do play hard, and they got some big hits.
Jimmy, the scouting report on Keon Broxton was that he was an outstanding center fielder and not that great a hitter at this point in his career. I would have to say, after watching him, that he's made some quick adjustments because he used the whole field, and he swung the bat very well, even took pitches well, got a couple bad calls. What do you think of him so far?
Well, he reminds me of Adam Jones. I think any of us who had the pleasure of seeing Adam play in Oriole uniform, and he's playing very well down in Arizona this year, got 4 hits the other day. But he reminds me, he runs a little bit better than Adam did. Not that Adam didn't run well. I don't know if he's going to win 4 Gold Gloves, but he's a Gold Glove caliber outfielder. He was the best outfielder in Milwaukee's minor league system, and again, he got to play center field. He does strike out a lot. Hopefully maturity, becoming a little more disciplined at the plate, whether it's looking for pitches or no in the strike zone. But again, he's an upgrade. This guy can play center field. Nothing against Stevie Wilkerson, who played very well out there, but he's an infielder, trying to assume another position. So I think Mike Elias, who's the head of the organization as far as baseball talent, figured we can get this guy. They're paying him, I don't know what they're paying him, but $571,000 was his salary. So he's a low cost player that's going to upgrade your talent, and again, he's going to help the defense in the outfield, and because he can run balls down, he can throw, and he can also steal bases. So hitting, and we know he can hit for power. He hit 474 feet. Now, can he do it consistently? He's going to get a chance to show that.
Well, Jim, as always, we appreciate your comments. Look forward to chatting with you in the not-too-distant future. Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer there in Colorado.